Hey y'all, it's Callie and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. This week I'm just gonna try to finish more Owl's readathon challenges, and I'm just here to kind of let you guys know where I'm at right now. In Me Before You, which is the ebook I'm reading, I'm on page 295, so I'm pretty close to finishing. I should be able to in the next day or two. I kind of enjoy this, but kind of don't. I'm not really meshing with the writing style and not really loving the characters, but I know them, so I'm familiar with them, so that kind of helps out a little bit. But I am super excited to get this one off my TBR. The physical book I'm reading is Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I finished Queen of Shadows last night, so I'm on to this one. I am super excited. It should take me no time at all. I have a test this morning, and then I can read and read and read a little bit more. So I am definitely hoping to finish this one today. And then the audiobook I'm going to be listening to is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I took the dust jacket off. I really like how it just has the one drop. That's just really cool, like a cool little feature to make it stand out. Super excited to listen to the audiobook for this one. I'm trying to be conscious of my audiobooks and ebooks, and I'm gonna try to read and listen to ones that are on my shelves to help, because my TBR is just so long and I'm definitely trying to cut down on that a lot. So this will definitely help out reading it, because I always read 3 books, and it will help if all 3 or 2 of the 3 are books from my shelf. So super excited to get to this one. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I got a lot of reading done last night. That was pretty much all I did. I finished Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I think I'm gonna give this a solid 3 stars. It was not great, but it wasn't bad. It was just kind of in the middle, almost exactly. It took me a little bit to get into the writing style, and Louisa is just a little bit too quirky at the beginning to me. It's kind of one of those books where it's forced a little bit. It's like, yeah, she wears these things, and it's like, okay, we get that. You don't have to mention it twice a page. But overall, I was unsatisfied with the ending, but overall, there were some times that were just so cute, and I just couldn't help but love it, even though I didn't really want to. But I finished that yesterday. I also started and finished Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim by Robert C. O'Brien. This was cute. I think I'm going to give this 2.5 out of 5 stars, which is good for a classic for me. And children's books, I usually don't rate them very well. But this one was kind of cute. I think that there's some underlying message that I didn't see, because some things happened, but also not a lot happened. So I think I missed something, or maybe it's just very childish. I'm not really sure, but overall I still pretty much enjoyed it. Miss Frisbee is such a cute little mouse, and the story was just really funny because it's all about these rats that learned how to read and how it opened up the world for them, and that was really cool to see. So now for my current reads, for my physical book, I'm going to be reading Back in Black by Zoe Dean. I haven't started it yet. This is book 5 in the A-List series. Did I read books 3 and 4? No. Do I care? No. I'm just making my way through. I have 2 more on my shelf after this one, so hopefully this one is pretty long for one of these. It's 294 pages, which I'll finish this in like 2 or 3 days, because I could finish it in 1, but I don't want to force myself to, because I have other things I need to do. And if I have other things to do and I say, I want to read this book in 1 day, I don't do anything else but read and get distracted by games and Snapchat and my phone. The ebook I'm going to be picking up is Suzanne's Diary for Nicholas by James Patterson. This is one of the books for the Owls Readathon, as well as Back in Black is too. And so this was just available through my library, and it's on my shelf, and it's for the readathon, so I'm super excited to get to this one. It's only like 211 ebook pages, which is like nothing. So I should be able to finish this one really soon too. I also kind of like reading the ebook because this is a really weird, kind of like a dust jacket, but there's not like anything beneath the dust jacket except for the book. And it's got really weird deckled edges, and so I'm kind of glad I'm reading the ebook. It'll help me read it a little bit faster. I saw when I was adding this to my currently reading shelf that it is a really quick read, and a lot of people really enjoyed it for that. And then in Caraval, I started this last night. I am on page 57, chapter 7, just a little chunk of the way. I think I listened to about an hour and 15 minutes while I was getting ready for bed last night. I'm really enjoying it so far. The concept is really cool. It's really hard-hitting. There are definitely trigger warnings for abuse because the sisters are not treated well by their father, and that is clear from the beginning of the book. So I'm interested to see how it will go. Hey y'all, it's Wednesday and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I started Suzanne's Diary for Nicholas by James Patterson on the ebook yesterday, and I finished it. It was really good and really terrible at the same time. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but it was really mind-blowing, and then at the very end, things were revealed, and the guy was missing. Like, she went to his hometown, and no one knew where he was, and then he just shows up where she lives, and it's happily ever after, and no one questions where he disappeared to. I was a little worried about that, but other than that, it was a really good, solid book. I didn't absolutely love it, but it was pretty good. The next ebook I'm going to read is Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks. I took the dust jacket off. I have not read anything in it yet. I am interested to see because I was expecting to like the last Nicholas Sparks and I didn't. So we'll see how this goes. And then in Back in Black, I'm on page 86. I got a little chunk of the way through. I didn't really focus on reading this at all yesterday, but I did get obviously quite a little bit of time done. I should have lots of time to read this today, maybe, not sure. So I am, once again, book 5, and they're explaining things in the beginning that happened in book 1. It's like each book you can read on its own because it explains so much of what's already gone on that you don't really miss anything. Like, the plot of book 1 is explained to you in this, pretty much. And I'm 90 pages in. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, it's just an interesting thing. And then in Caraval, I'm almost halfway through. I'm on page 196, I think, yes. So almost exactly halfway through. I am loving this. It is so interesting and just so cool. I absolutely love it. I feel like the clues that they're given for the game are kind of like the clues you would get in an escape room, and we just did one on spring break. So I'm like familiar with it right now. And it just is a lot of fun, and I'm absolutely loving it. I cannot wait. I might even finish this today. It'll depend on how much I get to listen to the audiobook. Hey y'all, it is Wednesday afternoon, and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. So I am on page 281 of Caraval. A good chunk of the way through. I've listened to a lot more of this. Could have listened to more, but I chose to listen to some music. For Message in a Bottle, I'm not very far. I'm on page 27, but kind of enjoying this. Not sure how this is gonna go. Really intrigued to see what's gonna happen next. And the main reason I came to update is because I was reading Back in Black by Zoe D, and I didn't like it. And I realized, why am I wasting my time trying to read this terrible series out of order and not completely? So I decided to DNF and unhaul the whole entire series, and instead I'm going to read and I have also found other books for the challenge that it was originally going to fulfill. So I'm moving on to Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to read this. I have a friend who absolutely loves this one, so I'm super excited to see what's gonna happen in the story. I really enjoyed Scythe, and I'm so excited to get to this. part of the reason I DNF'd is because I would have rather read this. Hey y'all, it's Callie and it is Thursday morning. I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I'm about to head to school. I've already done a lot today, so let's just get right into this. In Thunderhead, I'm on page 71, which is not very far at all. This is a surprisingly long book. Like, it doesn't look very long, but it's 504 pages long, I think. I'm super excited. It's gonna be so good. It's already so good. I love the characters. I love the direction it's going with the mix between Thunderhead and the Scythes. I'm really interested to see how it's gonna go. I think I may have read one more chapter since I last talked to you about Message in a Bottle. I'm on page 59, chapter 4. Not very far in either, but this is just kind of interesting. I'm interested to see what direction it's gonna go because I'm not really sure yet, and I am kind of hoping for one thing, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be right. And then in Caraval, I am on page 361. I only have this little chunk left. It's about an hour of the audiobook. I should be able to finish this tonight for sure. Most likely. It'll depend. I'm going to get my nails done for prom after school, so that kind of cuts into a lot of my time, but I'm hoping to finish this. Everything's going down and it's getting crazy, and I can't wait to see what Scarlett will do with it. I really love her so much, and she's just such a real character for this fantasy world, and I really appreciate that. Hey y'all, it's Friday, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I finished the audiobook for Caraval yesterday. I absolutely loved the story and the family aspect. I'm definitely gonna give it 4.5 or 5 out of 5 stars. I haven't decided yet. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved all of the craziness that went down. The next audiobook I'm going to be listening to is Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan, the third and final installment of the Crazy Rich Asians trilogy. I am like an hour into it and it's so much fun. I just love all of the craziness. It's so just unfathomable to me to have that kind of money, and it's just really fun to listen to. In physical, I am reading Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. I am on page 99. I haven't read that much, but I don't know how much reading I'll get of this done in the next week or so. It's gonna be a tough few weeks because I've been putting off work and now I have a bunch of work to do, but we'll get through it. And in my ebook, Message in a Bottle, I'm around the physical book page 222. I should maybe be able to finish this today. It depends. I am babysitting and there's school, so I'm more likely to finish this and get a lot of reading done on this. I'm really enjoying the story so far. I'm kind of worried because of the ending of the last Nicholas Sparks book I read, but I have my fingers crossed that this one is gonna go well. I'm really liking it right now. It's just really cute and I can't wait to see what happens. Hey y'all, it's Saturday afternoon and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. Today is prom. I'm super excited, but that also means that I probably won't get that much reading done. I have a lot of homework right now for the next few weeks, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get as much reading done as I would like to. I'm just really overwhelmed right now, so I'm trying to slow down on my reading a little bit so I can focus on other things even though I might want to read. My audiobook I'm listening to is Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. I am 3 hours and 40 minutes into that one. I am absolutely loving it. I just love these stories so much. I was reading the ebook for Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks. I finished it and will be giving it 1.5 stars. I hate Nicholas Sparks now. I'm realizing that. I was like, oh, I'll give him one more try. And I took all of his other books off of my TBR shelf because someone always dies at the end and I hate it. So I'm not gonna put myself through that because I don't want to, so I don't have to. My next ebook will be The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I am super excited. A bunch of people really love this. This is the first book in the Monsters of Verity duet. I wanted to call it a duet because music. And it's about a world where when people do bad things, it creates a monster, I believe, and there are humans and monsters, and the two don't mix, and I think this is about like a human that wants to be a monster and a monster that wants to be human, or some kind of variation like that. I'm just super excited to dive into this. And then Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. I have not read a single page. Like I said, I've been really stressed out, so I'm trying to focus on myself a little bit more, and it is making my reading suffer, but that's okay because sometimes it just has to. Hey y'all, it is Sunday night and I wanted to finish updating you guys on some of my progress on reading. I'll update you guys on my current reads right now. In Rich People Problems, I am 6.5 hours through. I have 9 hours and 35 minutes left. I am loving this so much. I just can't wait to see what direction it's going to take. I have a hope, but I'm not exactly sure. And I have some theories, but I don't know how it's going to go. And then I have also downloaded on my laptop the ebook version of After by Anna Todd. I have heard so much buzz about it since the movie just came out, so I downloaded it and I am on chapter 46 right now. Not really sure how I feel about it. At some points I'm like, I'm liking this, and at some points I'm like, I'm not really liking this, so I'm not really sure which way I'm gonna go. It's kind of confusing, but we'll see. I also have made no progress in This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. It'll be my phone ebook, so I will get some reading done of it tomorrow during school. I'm just not exactly sure how much, but it will definitely be happening. And I once again have made no progress in Thunderhead. I'm still on page 99. I'm super excited to have a chance to read more of this. I'm hoping that this week I won't be as busy. I got really wrapped up in schoolwork, and I'm going to try to balance it out a little bit more because I'm realizing that not everything's as urgent as I thought it was. A lot of things are due this week and happening this week, so that will definitely help out, and I'm hoping to get a lot more reading done. This week I read a total of 5 books. I finished Caraval by Stephanie Garber, which I listened to on audiobook, and I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. I finished Suzanne's Diary for Nicholas by James Patterson, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I gave Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks 1.5 out of 5 stars. I read Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, and I gave this 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then I read Me Before You, which I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. Looking back overall, it was a pretty successful reading week, but I do have to say I read so much at the beginning of the week which distracted me from the schoolwork, which is why I was stressed out this week. So I'll be interested to see how next week goes, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!